Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Hansley Jones, business and lifestyle coach. Inspire one, inspire many. Applied knowledge is the key to success, happiness, and wealth. Welcome to the HNH Success Academy podcast for business tips, inspiration, and to be a better you. Today's episode is all about wealth. Now, let's define wealth, and this is a definition of wealth that I find relevant to all definitions. Wealth can be defined as how long can you survive or how long can you live with your lifestyle if you used to quit your job or walk away from your businesses and have no more investments? How many days could you survive? Now, this is important. Now, many people don't really think about wealth. And if I'm honest, especially within the Afro and Caribbean, culture, we always think about, oh yeah, if you have the money, you spend it. They're always about buying material things, buying the flashiest cars, having rings, having the biggest chains, the best trainers and true religion jeans and belts, investing in investing in the wrong things. Whereas you have other cultures, such as the Jewish community, such as the Muslim community and other, especially the Chinese community, they invest in their own, and they are creating wealth, and they are creating generational wealth. Because if they was to pass away tomorrow, and if the family that's running the business, one of the children would run the business, or even the wife, or even the uncle, someone would step in and still run the business, and they can still sustain that lifestyle. When we're talking about wealth, we're talking about having assets, and as well as assets, we also talk about having equity. That when we speak of assets, we are speaking about something that makes you money. So, for example, if you have a house and you rent it out, that house is an asset. If the mortgage is £500 and you're making and you rent it out for £800, you're making £300 on top. You're in profit, right? So that's an asset because it's making you money. It's not losing you money. Now, when you have a mortgage is a liability because you're paying something off. So even though you may have a mortgage for 30, 40 years, and you can remortgage that house to get some money out, maybe to do the decorating or to fix the plumbing or the gas pipes or whatever you may do, that 15 years you paid for and you've remortgaged it then goes back to zero. That's then added on what you paid before, start to zero, which means that's going to be another 50, 60 years because the value's gone up. So you have to understand when it comes to wealth what to invest in, how to invest, who to invest with in order to create that generational wealth. It's all about having systems in place and having equity. It's just that if you're going to stop whatever you're doing today, could you still survive? And this is what this podcast is all about. It's all about expanding your mind and provoking you the things that you don't normally think about. We have to be thinking about generational wealth. We have to. We are in an economy where prices are going up, jobs are getting slashed. You have to educate yourself. You have to educate yourself. You have to acquire skills. You have to apply the knowledge what you're learning. If you are still going to university to do computer science, use that skills you studied at university and go into the computer science field. Whether you're going to be self-employed or whether you're going to get a job from it, the main thing is you've invested about 30, $40,000 into your education, and to not go into computer science and have that debt over your head, it doesn't make sense. You're just taking life a joke. In the next 4 to 5 years, the high street is going to be nothing but entertainment outlets and food and small cafes. The high street is dying. There's going to be minimal, shops such as, JD Sports and Sports Direct, and, Curry's and Carphone warehouses. Many of these corporations are joining together so they don't go bust. In the UK, one of the biggest travel agency in the UK just went bust. Thomas Cook, Ryanair, they're always in trouble. EasyJet have had problems. within the travel industry. And if you're not educating yourself, you're not applying the knowledge that you're getting, you're going to be in trouble. And the government is going to look after you and they're going to pull your strings. You don't want to be relying on the government, especially in the UK. And with the government we have at the moment, they are encouraging businesses and they are all for the rich. This is why the rich stay rich and the wealthy stay wealthy and the poor always move down and they don't move forward. There are three classes. Well, we could actually say four actually. We have you have the poor that are continuously broke. They have no money. They live on universal credit. They live on benefits. They live with the government. They are completely poor. They are broke. Nothing in the bank. Nothing coming in. Broke. Then you have the middle classes, right? That kind of live okay, but they're one step away for losing everything, and they're a paycheck away for losing everything. So they're just alright. The rich now, they're alright. They've got some assets, they've got some investments, they've got equity, they're living good, right? And then you have the super rich or the elite that just control everything. So the poor live day by day, or I would even say week by week even, and the middle class live month by month. The rich live in a few years in a time, 3 to 4 years, because they've got money. And then you've got the super rich and the elite that have generational wealth. You know, People like us, people like myself, the average person can make above average income. You just have to know the right people. You just have to network. To be in the super elite, you have to know a few people in high places to be part of that circle. But you can still be rich, have a business, and work hard. You know, as you know, I have a vehicle that I'm using, and an online business that I've given you tools for and how to start an online business in my previous podcast. But if you're interested and know what I'm doing and partner with me in joining the movement that I have, you're more than welcome to drop me a line in the comment, reach out to me on any platform, whether it's Facebook, via my website, via this podcast, let me know. But yes, creating wealth is something we should all be aiming for, especially the Afro and Caribbean culture. We need to work together because all the other cultures are working together. There's no reason why we can't as well. And you can see it out in Africa. The Chinese are buying everything up. They're saying, oh yeah, we'll give you this. And in return, we're going to have some assets. We're going to have some land. We're going to have your transport infrastructure. We need to stick together. Just like the Jews, just like the Asians, and just like other cultures, they stick together. But the main thing is they understand how to make money, how to keep money, how to repeat it. Make it, save it, invest it. Make the money, save the money, then invest the money. Because many people tell you, saving money is outdated. You shouldn't save money. Savings for the poor. No, you need to save the money and then invest the money. Because you need money for just in case days. You can't have all your money and all your equity and all your liquidity in assets. You can't have all your cash in assets. If you want money now, you have to sell that. You have to sell that, that gold bar, or you have to sell that house. And to sell a house, it's not easy. No one's going to snap up a house just like that, no matter how cheap you got the house for. And once you've done it up, houses don't go just like that. Houses is not like selling cars or selling sweets or selling shakes and lotions and potions or even selling a holiday, right? So you still need some equity, some cash flow to play with on a day-to-day basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. But yes, you do need assets and you do need investments that's going to pay you back residually. And it's all about residual income. The rich, an acronym for the rich is residual income creates happiness. And just like I say at the beginning of my podcast, applied knowledge is the key to success, happiness, and wealth. The more knowledge you have, the more you apply it with the right people, take actions, have the duplicatable system, you're then creating wealth. So, with that being said, hope you had a great concept of what wealth is, and hopefully, you will find out what your skills are, and then once you find them, apply them, making some income, find a system where you can expand. It's all about leverage, scaling, expanding. That's what it's about to create wealth. Passing it on, having a willable business, having investments for those around you that you love the most. So with that being said, hope you got some great value for about creating wealth and how to create wealth. Take care, speak soon, have a great day on purpose.